Hey guys and girls, this is Gordon Overkill. Well, I messed up a little today. I originally wanted to release today the Moonring video and tomorrow the next crawl video, but yeah, as you saw, I accidentally uploaded both of them today, so I don't have a video for tomorrow anymore. Tomorrow I won't have time for recording, so I need something new. It's Sunday, I'm sitting at home, and I want to introduce to you, now that the crawl run has sadly ended, a new game. The game is called Dungeons of Dredmore. It's a roguelike, and it was gifted to me by Lobardine, a viewer of the channel. Thanks a lot for this nice little game, Lobardine. It is a roguelike, like I said. And as you can already guess by the graphics, if you take a look at this hero with his big bushy eyebrows and those beasts that surround him. It is more of a light-hearted game. It's a bit a funny approach to the genre. But I already played a couple of runs, and it's definitely a very enjoyable game. So let's go for it. Start a new game. Of course, we're going rogue. Permadeath, yeah, no question about that. That's how we play roguelikes. Well, I think we have time to grind. We take our time to grind. So, let's go. I played a couple of runs, like I said. I saw the first couple levels of the dungeon, but I'm still not good at the game. I will make lots of mistakes. That also means I don't really know the effective way to build your character. Now, how character creation works, we've got these 7 spots down here, and we can put abilities into them, or ability trees that we can then grind up and improve later. I don't know the good combinations, so we'll start with an archetype fighter, I would say. Let's build a really archetype fighter. We will be a swordsman with a swords talent. That's our melee weapon. I think we need some ranged skills as well, so let's take thrown weapons. Dual wielding, nope. Let's rather be a little tanky. Take be a shield bearer. Berserk sounds good to me. Little berserking for more damage if we don't have 2 weapons. Artful dodger, rather not. We are the big, thick tanks, so let's be master of arms. So that's all directly combat related. What else do we need? I think it's pretty cool if our guy is able to do some smithing. There is a very, very intense crafting system in the game, and we will take a look at least at one aspect of it, which is smithing. Then we've got 1 left, and there's 1 skill that I found very helpful. That's perception, because traps are nasty in this game. There are many traps, and we want to see them early, so we also take perception. That's our character. Can you solve the riddle of steel? Unfortunately, no. But you can combat. You get combat bonuses and special attacks when wielding swords. That's what we want. You get combos bonuses and special attacks when wielding thrown weapons. You get combos bonuses and special attacks when using shields. So we get lots of combat bonuses. That's all passive. That's good for an inexperienced player like me. As you attack, or are yourself attacked, your Berserk Rage increases your fighting power. We want that. It's also a passive buff. You can use armor more efficiently and can employ defensive maneuvers. For the adventurer who likes do-it-yourself projects, also makes you stronger than usual. That's what smithing does. You have good eyesight and are more likely to be able to find traps and hit enemies. Nice. You start the game with 7 skills. Okay, that's no, that would be random. We don't want that. So that's our character. Let's go. We play a male character. We'll call him Gordon, just for the start. In the first run, I will read all of the lore to you. I hope that's fine. I just enjoy reading the lore. I will tell you a lot about the lore text for the enemies, and so in later runs we will do it a little bit quicker, but on the first run, Let's enjoy this lore. Let's try to get a feeling for the world in which this dungeon lies. In ages long past, the great heroes bound the Dark Lord Dredmor in the depths of the earth, that his evil spirit would trouble the land nevermore. Alas, the foul lich Dredmore proved most devious and patient, for he has been loosening his magical bonds, slowly freeing himself to again spread his evil in the world of light. He must be stopped again. Once more, it is time of oh, crap. I clicked once too much. Okay. It's once more. It's time for a hero to arise, enter the dungeon, and face the evil lich Dredmore. And this hero shall be called Gordon. Here he is. Nice young man. He is equipped with a couple of items. We have. Let's take a look at our equipment and at the character. You can customize the UI just like you want it. And here we see our character. We do have an iron breastplate. All these little icons that you see down here, they all have a meaning. They all symbolize one stat or resistance or something like that. It will take a while to get used to it, but I know a couple of them and I will try to explain them. The stars below the icons indicate how good this item is altogether. So this is an item which has 2 stars out of 10. So starting iron breastplate. This breastplate has seen better days. Hopefully it serves you better than it did its previous owner. This breastplate gives us one of these resistance thingies, piercing resistance. Piercing resistance allows you to be stung by 20,000 bees and not feel a thing. Well, very little. Then it makes us a little bit slower. We lose 2 points of this yellow moving item, nimbleness. Nimbleness is the primary attribute of the rogue and is the quality of swiftness, grace, and not getting hit by things. It affects dodge chance, sneakiness, enemy dodge reduction, and counterattack chance. Nimbleness is pretty great. So we start with relatively low nimbleness. Also, we get -3 to this blue star. Magic power. We're wearing a strong iron armor, and of course it's harder to cast with heavy armor. Magic power affects the power of your spells. We will not cast anything, I think. We get +4 to this brown shield, which is block chance. Block chance affects how likely you are to mostly block what you deserve. At least so far as physical attacks go. So that's good. That's good. We have got a pretty thick armor to start with because we're an expert for wearing armor. I think that's why we have it. Then we get +3 to this dummy, this white dummy. Armor absorption. Armor absorption is how good your armor is at standing between you and inevitability. Each point of armor absorption removes 1 point of mundane damage. For example, crushing, slashing, and blasting. So we are more likely to block the enemy attack, and also if we get hit, we get less damage from it. And we get -1 to this blue star, which I'm not exactly sure what it means. Yeah, it's this. Mana regeneration. Listen up, this one is tricky. This number is your mana regeneration bonus. It is subtracted from the base mana regeneration rate to determine the number of steps it takes for you to regenerate 1 point of mana. A higher number is better. So that already tells us a lot about heavy armor. It makes us durable to mundane physical damage, but at the same time it makes us slower and better at casting magic and worse at casting magic and worse at regenerating mana. Over here we have a shield. The shield gives us 3 block power and 1 damage reduction, and it's not that bad. It's a wooden shield. It has 4 stars. I think for a start, not bad. Wood. If it's good enough for the tree, it's good enough for you. And finally, over here, we have a wooden sword, which is a little bit of a bummer. A wooden sword sounds really bad. It has just 1 star, and it gives us 2 of this particular damage type, crushing. Crushing damage is caused by maces, blunt objects, feet, rocks, and elderly gravity. Don't know what that means. It is affected by your opponent's armor. So that's our basic equipment. We do also have a leather cuirass in our backpack. This leather cuirass really lets your outfit breathe. The leather cuirass has little lower defensive capabilities, but therefore it gives us +1 dodge chance. We're not the dodgy type. We'd rather not do that. So this is more for a light armored character, for a rogue or something like that. We've got some more items in our backpack. Pair of lockpicks. My little anvil junior smithing kit. What all the young dwarves want this summer. Comes with anvil, forge, bucket of water, and tiny hammer and clamps. Smithing is magic. Yeah, it must be magic, otherwise we could not carry that with us. And we do have the disposable ingot press. It's a shoddily manufactured disposable ingot press, probably made for export to goblin markets. Well, that's our main equipment. This down here is our girdle, and on our girdle we have a couple of quick use items. We have dwarven boomerangs, which do 2 points of crushing damage. It's a throwing class weapon. This doesn't return to you after you throw it. Dwarves never could master boomerang crafting. Do we have to put that maybe into our ranged slot? Let's try that. No, it doesn't work so. So we can use it directly from our girdle. I think that's important about all the things that we have down here. We can use them directly from the girdle. We've got an acid flask. Wear your goggles when handling this one. It's also a throwing weapon. We can throw acid at the enemies. That's good. Dr. Sani's new style Pilsner. Pilsner, that's a beer. Nice. Drink to slowly restore your spell points. Light and crisp, this brew puts no flavor or body between a man and his alcohol. Yeah, alcohol is generally the way to regenerate your power points. Also, we have something to eat. Smoked applewood cheddar cheese. There are many different kinds of cheese, which all regenerate your health points pretty well. You can even make an armor out of cheese, but that's something else. This one regenerates 16 health points over time. Not a cheese to be trifled with. We do have a steak. This steak is dripping with thick, rich suffering. It just regenerates less than half as much as the cheese. And we do have an aged blue cheese. This cheese is from ages long past, also blue. Down here we see 2 meters which indicate our life and our mana. We gain 1 point of life every 13 seconds, and we gain 1 point of mana every 9 rounds. So let's keep an eye on that. Mana we will need for some particular skills that we will get. At the moment we don't have any. Health is self-explanatory, I think. The skills will be put into this quick list down here, but we will deal with that once we actually get skills. Our melee attack at the moment has 2 crushing damage, 1 slashing damage. All in all, it's a +2 melee attack. Down here, we see that we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 warrior skills and 2 rogue skills. And we are level 1. To the right, numbers of skills. So all in all, we are a warrior type, and that's what we wanted to be. I will not read all of these skills to you now. Let's do that as soon as they become relevant. What we can already see is that burliness, caddishness, and stubbornness are our main stats, and we want to read them at least. Burliness is the primary attribute of the warrior and pertains to getting into trouble. Hitting one's head on other people and getting hit by large objects, limbs, pseudopods It affects life points, melee power, and block chance. We need to be good at that. Cattishness is the primary attribute of the pirate and revolves around not caring about the feelings of others. It affects critical hit and counter-attack chance. And finally, stubbornness is the primary attribute of the monk and enhances self-righteousness and the ability to ignore mean things other people may say about you. It affects magical resistance and block chance. That's what we're pretty good at. At the same time, we're bad at sagacity. Sagacity is the primary attribute of the wizard and is mostly about being a know-it-all. It affects mana points and magic power. We're bad at nimbleness, which we already know, the primary attribute of the rogue. Quality of swiftness, grace, and so on, counterattacks and things. And we are, well, in savvy, we are average, I would say. Savvy is the primary attribute of the bard and involves being clever while avoiding trouble. It affects magical haywire chance and sneakiness. So, anyways, I'll leave these both open and we enter the dungeon. Oh, well, we have to maybe close it so we can see our starting point because we're on the very left side of the dungeon. So, what do we have here? On the ground, we find another lockpick. Pick that up. And a Havarti cheese. We will put that into our girdle in case we need to eat it. It's a blob of cheese. Here we have a drink vendor and a food vendor. We can come back here and buy food and drinks for gold if we need to do so later. Anyways, we picked the lock of this door. And the first thing we found is a Lutefisk statue. That's a statue of a god. You can sacrifice here Lutefisk for the Lutefisk god. I don't know what it does. I sacrificed 10 or 15 in Primer in earlier runs. Never had any effect that I realized. Next room is again a special room. It features the Anvil of Kronk. Kronk is another god in this game. Lutefisk is a god. Kronk is a god. What you can do is you can give him one of your items and he will likely increase it but probably curse it. I will try that with a wooden shield. Put it on the anvil. Blessed be you, for Kronk has added new powers to your artifact. So, let's take it back and see what it does. We got this blue set face. It gets now +1 sagacity. We don't really need that, but it's fine. And it gets once this set smiley with the X eyes. Trap sight radius. That's excellent. Trap sight radius determines the distance at which you can spot and identify traps. Nice. So now we see traps when they are 2 steps away from us. Perfect. Okay, let's continue exploring. And I will try to explore probably the bottom row of this dungeon first. Usually the dungeon takes the whole map. Oh my god, that is a toughie. It's Toady, a vegetable. I'm sorry, but your love interest is in another dungeon. This monster has not noticed your presence. This monster is asleep. That's good. Also, there are 2 little betties. It's a bat. It flaps. It has teeth. This monster has not noticed your presence. I don't want to... I'm not sure if we can kill Toady. That's the problem. Let's probably close this door and first go elsewhere. We can come back later to fight Toady. I'd like to probably level up once before we go down there. We found another goddess. It's a statue of Inconsequencia. Pray to Inconsequencia, the goddess of side quests. Yeah, let's do that. The monstrous regiment, Lord Dredmore's 60th flank. The Dance of Sin has recently claimed possession of the artifact Pokul, the tropical Shoggoth. Too powerful for any man, it must be taken to the Eyeball Shrine to be destroyed. Yeah, we accept this quest. If we successfully do that, we will get some item as a reward. And of course a little bit of experience. Yeah, well, and there's nothing else we can do. We do have to fight the Toady now. So let's go in here. See if we can get a sneaky attack on him. At the moment, all we can do is just bump into the enemies. Yes! Critical hit. Up here you can see what happens. You slash Toady, 1 crushing and 3 slashing damage. Toady wakes up, Toady becomes hostile. Toady poisons you. We are now poisoned for 2. Also, since we got hit, our Berserk Rage kicked in. Do it! Do it for Crom! Your rage gives you extra strength and helps you ignore pain. Nice. You see, it gives us +1 in this practically strength ability. It gives us +1 in... I'm not sure what this is meant. The thing in the top right. Down there we have this fist, melee power. Melee power affects how hard you hit with your weapons or feet, if you don't have any. It's also how hard you throw stuff, but not hard enough. But not how hard you shoot your crossbow bolts, because that wouldn't make sense. Okay, so we get +1 damage, +1 strength. We also get +1 armor absorption, and there is this one thing on the top right which I'm not sure. Ah, yeah, it's cattishness. Also, our cattishness goes up. So higher crit chance and counter strike chance. That's just from starting a fight. I think it's from hitting or from getting hit. One of both. So, oh, he blocked our attack. We got poisoned again. And this time we blocked his attack. That's excellent. We blocked him again. He blocked us. And we killed him. Which means we instantly level up. Level up! It's dangerous to go alone. Take this. You must learn a new skill from your skill tome to gain the full effect of your new level. So let's do that. Here are our 7 skills. And I personally like to start by increasing our swords play a little. We have level 1, which gives us 1 slashing damage and 2 counter chance. Counter chance effects are likely you are to commit a vindictive act in melee combat by returning an enemy's attack with one of your own. If we increase it once more, we are not a student of fencing anymore, but Lichtenauer's Overhaul. What does that do? It gives us +1 slashing, +2 counter attack, and +2 to this crosshair here. Enemy dodge chance reduction. Enemy dodge reduction affects how likely an enemy is to not dodge your attacks. Because heroes never miss, but sometimes their attacks are dodged. I think it's pretty excellent. What exactly is an Overhaul? So glad you asked. It's a particularly teutonic and particularly painful attack, which you have a chance to execute with each melee attack. Upon learning this skill, damage scales to your burliness. Oh, damage scales to our burliness, so we do more damage when we are, since we are pretty strong. Just remember. Let's also learn the other things when we increase it. Student of fencing. Just remember, the pointy bit of the sword goes into the body of your opponent. This is just the first step on the road to good swordsmanship, and as such, only provides minor combat bonuses. Swords. The pointy bit goes in the other guy. Let's also learn about our other skills, just so we've got an overview of our character. Thrown weaponry. Throw a tantrum. Better yet, throw something with sharp edges. Or maybe even something that explodes into sharp fragments. We are an underhander, which gives us +1 to a certain thing that I cannot see here. It looks like a shining body, and +2 to enemy dodge reduction. Shield bearer. Return with your shield, or under it, for the defense-minded adventurer. Practice carrying so many other people's shields has made you rather good at handling one your own. We get +8 to block chance. That's pretty excellent. Nice, good that we have it. Berserk Rage, do it for Crom, we already knew that. Poor impulse control. When you attack, there is a chance that you'll become really angry. This increases your attack ability. When we increase it once more, also being hit triggers our berserk. Yeah, we already saw that. Master of Arms. The armorial art revolves around gracefully strapping large chunks of metal to your body. We do have thick skin, plus 5 health, plus 6, it was block chance. You like getting hit. It builds character, increases your life force, and chance to block attacks. Perception. Seeing it coming, at least you'll know what hit you. Improves your sight distance, trap finding, actually hitting enemies, loot finding, and occasionally dodging. We have a superhuman perception. You can see very well in the dark. This is useful for missing your attacks less and finding loot. Gives us plus 5 enemy dodge chance reduction, as well as plus 1 in this eye. What is visual sight radius? Visual sight radius is how far you can see in the dark dungeon. Smithing. Forge iron in fires, construct weapons to smite your foes, become more burly. We are an honorary armorer. Gives us plus 1 strength and plus 1 smithing. This is a... Can I put that a little bit to the side? Wait. No, there are basics of bashing things out of metal. Yeah, smithing. This is a rating of how good you are at smithery. Yeah, well, I could have guessed that. Well, these are our skills, and I think at the beginning we need a little bit more damage. So we will learn, as I already told, the Lichtenor's Overhaul. Passively increasing our damage is always good. Let's fight these bats. They should not be a problem for us. What did they drop here? We found a little bit of food. Open this chest. We lockpicked it for 8 experience, and there are flippy floppins in there. Perfect for beach or pool. Gives us plus 1 in dodge chance. Okay, a little higher dodge chance. How likely you are to avoid the consequences of your actions or physical attacks. Over here, that's a displacement glyph that teleports us to another part of the dungeon. I don't want to use that at the moment. Down here we find a rust. This is probably used to be something useful. We pick it up, maybe we can use it to build an item or so. And we find Diggles in the next room. 21 HP. A strange little bird thing that tunnels through walls with its odd rubbery nasal appliance. It is peaceful and not attacking you at the moment. Okay, that will change when we go in here. Haha, we critted it. This monster's trying to kill you. Indeed it is. Killed the first one. Go for the second one. Down here, by the way, you see our experience bar. If that's on the right side, we will level up. Of course, it takes more with each level. We find another of the pilsners. These shining stars on the ground mean there is an item that we can pick up. That's gold. The currency of this game is called Zorgmits. Here's the downstairs. We don't want to go down yet. With each new level, it's gonna be harder to survive. There's a lever on the ground though. Let's pull it. You hear the sound of machinery. No clue what they did, but we will see. Pick up all this gold. The cheese lock, we also took that. We pull the next lever. Healing potion, I think. Or a potion of lively regeneration. This flask is filled to the brim with cheerful pinkness. Pick it up. We have another flippy floppies here. We don't need them because we already have a pair. Uber chest. Can we open it? The Uber chest is locked. We cannot open it. This one either. Found another Pilsner. This guy's down. Yet another lever. We also use that. You hear the sound of machinery. Up here is a bookshelf. We will search this bookshelf. That gives us a recipe for crafting. For example, this one allows us to make a ring of iron thorns out of an iron ring, an iron ingot, pyrite sun, and a potion of stealing. If we then have an anvil kit, which we have, we can forge this item. Let's take a look at that. See how good it is. Oh, that doesn't look bad. It has 8 counterattack chance, 6 armor absorption, and a little bit more of piercing damage. Maybe we will be able to buy this. All of this of these items I've seen in previous runs. Let's destroy this for... I'm not sure how the mushrooms work yet. Let's not pick the mushroom up. There's a handheld weaponry dispenser, which gives us ranged weapons, but we cannot buy them and don't want to buy them at the moment. We have weapons. A statue of Dredmor, so that's how Dredmor looks. Of course, we destroyed the statue. Super heroic vandalism and 50 experience points. Perfect. Pick up a bright cheese, destroy this. And you know what you see up here? That's a trap. We could just go around it, but if we manage to disarm it, it will give us some experience. So let's try. Ouch. There is a 45% chance to disarm it, otherwise we will activate the trap. But we are almost full HP, so that was no problem. Yet another lever. There's a ton of levers here. Even more beer. This wooden barrel had a simple wooden shield. I don't think we want that at the moment. Yet another trap. Managed to disable. These gargoyles, I think they mean that somewhere in their side direction there must be another trap. Let's try that. Yeah, here it is. Sadly, it does not help to disarm the trap from the side. It will still hurt you. Sometimes there are items that block the trap, the trap, but I didn't really understand yet how that works. So we stay on the bottom row. Kill another diggle. Nice, that worked. Kill another little Betty. Got it. We're almost 50% to the next level. And we find a tin ingot. Tin is pretty much only good for making bronze because Lord Dredmor hid the secret of pewter making as part of his terrible plans for the world. We picked it up. There's a rough iron sword. Is that better than our sword? We have a wooden sword. I think the rough iron sword is clearly better. Yeah, let's pick that up. Oh, that's a good upgrade. We might keep the wooden sword for now. Maybe we can forge something out of it. But the rough iron sword. This sword is made of roughly finished iron. Mediocre at best. C+. It has 4 stars, 3 slashing damage, 1 piercing damage. Clearly increases our melee damage output. Very nice. And we do 9 points of damage now when we attack them. And we've got a new enemy, a blobby. It's a blob of animated slime, possibly from an adventurous armpit. It is peaceful and not attacking you at the moment, so we will attack it. Sooner or later it will attack us. There's no way to peacefully coexist with the enemies. So, we cannot get any further on the bottom row, so let's go further up. Find another chest, which contains a bottle of poison bottle bolt. These bolts are perfect for... Oh, it's ammunition. Okay, we don't need that. We don't need that. We don't have a crossbow. Native gold. An obvious source of gold. There's a shiny treasure inside of this rock. With our ingot press, we can make a gold ingot out of it. Sewer's brew. When a dwarf must drink in the depths of a sewer, sewer brew is there to ease his soul. Pick that up. And a silver ingot, shiny. And a ton of traps. Ouch. That's an electricity trap. Luckily, it does not hit us through the door. Yeah, sometimes that happens. Okay, we are at low health now. We need to be a little careful. Oh god, and we exploded. That's how being careful worked. See, we do have a steak. Gives us 6 health. And over here is a barbecue. Let's open the barbecue and put the steak on the barbecue. Now we do have a grilled steak. Tasty like juicy, delicious, burnt murder. Gives us 10 health. Excellent. We just increased our steak. And let's just instantly eat it. We are at 18 HP. We need to regenerate a little bit. Yet another statue of Dredmore. I think we should get close to leveling up again. Let's disarm this trap. Oh, that was the acid trap. They do a ton of damage. Anyways, we're almost through with this direction. We find yet another statue of Incompetencia. Do we want another side quest? Of course we want. The monster Nocculnus, the word of philosophies, must be defeated, and the artifact Mlong, the mother of remittances, must be used on the eyeball shrine. Accept. So we must bring 2 artifacts to the eyeball shrine. At the moment we haven't even found the eyeball shrine, but sooner or later we will. Oh, we forgot about 1 trap here. Oh my god, a lot of baddies down here. Let's maybe move around the corners so we don't have to fight them all at once. Yoo-hoo! We leveled up again! Meddling Kit we are now. We could continue with our swords practice, giving us +1 piercing, +2 counterattack, +1 enemy dodge reduction. With long hours of practice, skewering flies, your deft use of the sword has grown deafer still. You occasionally deal crippling wounds. Let's do that. We want to do more damage with our sword. It's again a passive ability, so we don't have to use skills yet. Also, you see, as we leveled up, we are back at full HP now. Try to stay at the bottom. That was a anti-magic trap. Your magic energies have been suppressed by anti-magic energy forces. That's pretty bad for a caster, but we're not a caster. Got them. Let's see if there's something hidden down here. It doesn't seem so. We just get chased by another Betty. Up here, we do have a fountain. Do we want to drink from it? Yes, we do. You find something in the fountain. You put Korbvulk, the unwanted candle, in your bag. Is that the artifact we were looking for? Here it is. No, Korbvulk, the unwanted cannon, it's a ring. Nice, we found a ring. Let's equip it. What does it do? It gives our range attack the ability Putrefying. Putrefying damage is inflicted by any attacks that cause your opponent's flesh to decay and rot, such as by attacking them with a vegetable crisper in a refrigerator. It is not affected by your opponent's armor. Also, the ring gives us +2 health. Oh, not bad. Of course, drinking from fountains is, as in all roguelikes, it's a bit risky. It can also have negative effects, but I think it's just over time. Pick up the chalk, scout the rest of the room. Okay, let's go down here and completely scout this room before we continue to the north. Oh, nice. There's a lot of gold on it. A lot of Zork, whatever, on the ground. Oh, and we again missed one trap. It is an anti-magic trap again. Sneak up to this Diggle, and we killed it. Perfect. That's a spring-loaded power core. Feeling a little wound up. This is spring-loaded source of kinetic energy for use in mechanisms of all kinds. I don't think we need that. A Bragman mechanism. This collection of meticulous crafted brass widgets and doodads can be used to construct precise mechanisms. No, we're not the mechanism kind. But adventuring glass. Wearing these helps avoid unsightly adventuring caliuses. We pick them up and they give us +1 block chance. Perfect. This beautiful statue of a fog does not have any effect. Disarm this trap, didn't work. This Voltic Cell, a shocking device first created by the wizard Tesla. It can be used to store and discharge Voltic energies. We find many wizard crafting thingies. Mudwan is a mushroom, don't want that. A Voltaic Potion. Fulminaric energies swirl around and around in this potion. The flask occasionally arcs. Now let's take it. A softball, we can pick that up. That's a throwing weapon. Ouch, we just exploded. We don't need bolts. Don't need a stone axe, we're not an axe wielder. Another potion of lively regeneration, nice. Even more beer, a food blender, and cheese. Oh wait, I think we forgot something down there. We were not done in this direction. Yep. We don't want to backtrack too much, so let's go here first. And here are a lot of these diggles, and their eggs are lying on the ground. We will steal these eggs. Watch out for salmonella. Yeah, we will. But I will not eat them pure. You can make something cool out of them if you find enough of these eggs. So, I think we're done with everything to the bottom right. Let's now try to get the whole right side of the dungeon scouted. Killed the blobby. These are all just pretty... We can pick up the brimstone. These are all just pretty easy enemies. In this small alchemy laboratory. Sickly Diggle. Go down. And an ordinary Diggle. Yeah, the Sickly Diggles are the ones that do poison damage. We get 3 recipes. Cool. First recipe is for Voltaic Potion, made out of Potion of Mana, Amber, Aquavite, and Copper Ingot, with an alchemy kit. We already have a Voltaic Potion. I don't think we will do a lot of alchemy. Omnipotent Pork Sword. We need a Rough Iron Sword, which we have. And then we need 3 cubes of flesh, so we can make an Omnipotent Pork Sword out of it. That's cool. So let's keep our flesh from now on. The Mana Torus is yet another ring. I don't think we will build a Mana ring. But this Pork Sword, that's probably an option. Ouch. Ouch. Oh, a rock just fell on our head. Let's take a look at the Pork Sword. it is it needs 2 smithing. We need to improve our smithing once to build it. But it does 2 slashing, 2 piercing damage, and gives us plus 10 health. The least kosher sword in the dungeon, the omnipotent pork sword, sweats with the sweat of juices of tasty pig. Ladies love the omnipotent pork sword. 2 slashing, 2 piercing, and plus 10 health. We have 3 slashing, 1 piercing at the moment. Yeah, if we can get so much meat, we'll probably forge the omnipotent pork sword. Although it's not super useful. It's just the plus 10 health, which is nice. It shows 20% health increase at the moment. Getting more and more eggs, and I think we will be soon at the point where we can make of the eggs what we want to make of them. How many do we have now? Let's check. 5. I think we need 6. I'm not 100% sure, but I think it was 6. That's a grog. Piratical swill ingredients is kerosene, propylene glycol, artificial sweetener, sulfuric acid, rum, acetone, red dye number 2, scum, axle grease, and battery acid. Sounds delicious. Oh, we one-shot him. Perfect. We can get a potion of replenishment now out of aquavite, arcidium salis, and a diamond. These recipes. We don't need a cruel mace. Did I pick up the bread though? Plus 7 health. The best thing since itself. Sliced bread. Actually, I love bread. If I have a fresh bread, I could eat it all at once. Found a bronze ingot. N-dimensional lathe. A standard tool for wizards who want to repair and modify magical devices that exist in the other planes. We can pick that up. Maybe we can build some very generic magical things with it. Pick up a pear, amongst the most deceptive of fruits. The pear is not to be trusted. Why? Arcidium salis. It's the salty acid, not good on your potatoes. You can drink it if you want, but why should you? Ouch, we just exploded. Did we already find the trap of this? Oh no, we stepped into the teleportation trap. And as you can see, some easy enemies respawn, so you cannot clear the whole dungeon. Anyways, we killed them for the experience. So in theory, you could be able to grind yourself up, but don't think that's what we want to do. Again, another bolt. Arginite, I think we picked that up. A brass mechanism, nope. Let's continue here. Oh, and that's a shopkeeper. That's Brux, a villainous sales demon with a terrible checkered suit. He will sell you the equipment that you need for your quest, but he does not take to shoplifters. This monster is trying to kill you. He's trying to kill me? No, it's not. See what they offer here. A sword of glass, 2 slashing, 1 piercing, -5 enemy dodge reduction. That's really, really shitty. Stuff we don't care about. Rocket boots? Wow! It's a really nice pair of boots, but they cost 23,000 and we have just 200. Wow! These boots are simply out of this world. Then a pitchfork, a mechanism, enormous wrench, magician's rope, makeshift bomb. That's probably interesting. Oh, later. A stake. A stake would help us. We can turn it into meat for our meat sword. Let's do that. A staff, a long morning star, and an iron helmet. The iron helmet is probably interesting, but for now we just buy the stake. And with crafting, we are now hopefully able where did it go? Was it here? Not just the secret recipes. No, not here. Not here. Is it here? Yes, here. What we need is this machine. I'm not sure what it does, but we need it, so we are. Or can we already do that? Ah, no, we're missing the crafting tool. We need this tool. As soon as we find that, we can start getting meat. Kick this door open. Oh, well, let's retreat instantly. These guys are really, really, really dangerous. The Elay. A vicious man-eating creature from the depth. How it wound up in the dungeon is anyone's guess. The monster is trying to kill you. Oh, wait, let's try something. Let's see if we can throw our boomerangs at him. How does it work? Shift 1? Do I press Shift 1 on him? No. How do we use our boomerangs? That's the question. Wait. This is your belt bar, crossbow, ammunition, thrown weapons, and wands must be placed here to be right. To be used with right click. Yeah, okay, right click. So I right click on it. And then. Damn. To be used with a right click. Other items can also be held in your belt. Convenient access. Any slot in the belt. An item can be used by pressing Shift and the number of the belt slot. That's Shift 1. Yeah, Shift 1 on the Ely. Are we out of range maybe? No? I'm not sure how to use them. Okay. Let's see if we fight him. Can we do it? Okay, that was decent damage. We're at 27. 15. We're at 9. We can one-shot him now? Yes, got him. 40 experience. Very good, but we got pretty low in this fight. Let's eat some cheese. Chevrolet cheese. It's like a forest of cheese was felled just for you. Why do we have this fungus? Let's throw that away. Let's start with the Havati. That brought us pretty close to leveling up again. There is another of these Elys in there. I'm pretty sure. Most of the time there are 2. But I want to regenerate before we fight the other one. And hopefully once level up. Potion of Mana, we can just pick that up. You get a couple skills that require mana sooner or later. Let's eat one more. Probably not the cheddar. Where are our food items here? Here, this ordinary cheese. We eat that. Oh god, and another side quest. What will it be this time? The magical. Oh damn! I forgot to read it. Anyways, we've got 3 side quests now. You see, the monsters can also step onto traps. And this is Siegfried. Trapped in Diggle form, he wanders the dungeons, looking for revenge. This monster is trying to kill you. Yeah, but we will kill him. And we got him. Siegfried goes down. We're relatively close to leveling up again. There's a Bina, Thoughtful Son. It's a very bad shield. We don't need that. And a drink vendor. Danish. That's also meat. So we are one step closer to getting our meat sword. And this looks like a rotten steak. It's an aged steak. So once we get the device we need, we can now get the meat sword. I think. What's that? We just found a leather cap. Excellent. We don't have a helmet yet. It gives us +1 dodge chance and +1 armor absorption. Nice. Let's pick up this apple and probably instantly eat it. On the other hand, we are very close to leveling up, so we probably don't need to eat anything at the moment. This is Nock Colonus, the Word of Philosophies. That's one of our quest enemies. Come on, kill him. He does some damage to us. It's a very tough blob of animated slime, the sort of which collects around the drain pipes of gym showers. The monster's trying to kill you. But we kill it, and we level up. Perfect. We are now your princess in another castle. So, do we continue going for our sword abilities? That gives us a cooldown ability. Or do we want to go for something else now? I think we're good enough with swords for the moment. And since we soon want to build this meat sword, probably, do we? Do we want to increase our smithing ones? Let's do that. Gives us 1 strength, 1 trap affinity. Your trap affinity is rating of your ability to avoid and disarm traps, and 1 smithing. Nice. So we are now, at least in theory, able to build the meat sword. We just need the device to get these meat thingies. We can get an emerald amulet from this recipe with 3 platinum ingots and an emerald. Cool. What does the emerald the emerald the thingy do? Emerald amulet. A gleaming emerald hangs from a platinum necklace. It does nothing. It's just very expensive. Okay. We are at full HP now, though. That means let's go back and see if we can kill the other Ely. Let's go. Ely, where are you? Here he is. Oh god, and he hit us with a ranged attack. We are kinda poisoned. Better eat something that heals us. 28. 32. 28 HP. We block a lot. And he's down. Nice, we got him. What does that give us? Here is a trap that we disarm and a lutefisk cube. Lutefisk for the lutefisk god. Yeah, pick that up. I don't know how this cube works. I found that a couple times already, but I really don't know what it does. Anyways, guys, I think killing these eels is a very nice point to end the first episode. We are not doing too bad. Please let me know in the comments. How do you like this game? Would you like to see a little more of it? I definitely want to play it every once and again on the channel. And I hope that you will follow me on this journey to explore this nice little game. So, until next time, bye everybody.